That is true. Some are running for example, they have Cobalt, right? Or they have Annabella, and if they have low advancements for Annabella, what they run is Cobalt Zero Lin. Or what I was running before when I didn't have Lin was this. This was my first team before. Okay, for Monoflame, yes. So this was the team that I was using before. The only difference of zero, well, not the only. I might say the only, because before I didn't have four-piece zero matrices. But if you do have four-piece zero matrices, this can be a good flame mono team, especially discharging with zero, discharging with cobalt, and discharging with ruby, because zero has a high, very high charge. What's up, big boss? How are you? Hey! You saw my face, big boss. Hey, you see that? Yeah. Thank you very much, big boss, for the 10 bits. What is up to big boss Prime Star? Hashtag BBP. How are you, big boss? Thank you for dropping by. Happy Thursday and happy Friday. All right. So if this was the team that if this is the team you want to utilize, I would be recommending four-piece zero matrix over here, which really helps, which I just completed, I think last week, because of the shield and the sustain that zero can give, and at the same time the charge of zero. For cobalt, what you are going to put, if you do not have any standard matrices, you can put four-piece Shiro or two-piece king. So two-piece king and Bankai. Oh my god. Thank you for the Bankai, brother. How are you doing, Bankai? Alright. Thank you very much for the Bankai. Kamusta, brother? Big boss? Okay lang naman. Happy Thursday. Doing good. Kahapon nakatulog lang kasi I was streaming for insane. I did not stream yesterday kasi pagod na pagod. Really tired from work. Okay. So what you can do here is, if you don't have aga mo stream medyo maaga tayong nakauwi, thankfully. Wala masyadong traffic. Ay, salamat mo. Oh, with another nakakapagod pala to, ha? Pampapayat din pala to, eh. Masusuntok ko yung mic ko, eh. Hindi ko alam kung suntok-suntok na ginagawa ko or... Thank you for the Aura once again, Expo. Off, yes. Tomorrow is my off day. Later is my off day, but meron akong mga iba pang errands. Okay, going back, right? So for Ruby, you can do two-piece Shiro here if you have the correct pieces, or two-piece Samir, two-piece Crow. So what we can use now is two-piece Crow. The thing with two-piece Crow is, because you have a low crit rate, it will not be utilized that much. So if your team comp will be like this, it's going to be Zero, Ruby, and Cobalt B. If you don't have any of the standard of the limited matrices, this is going to be your setup. Now, if you have Annabella, Cobalt, and Ruby, and if your Annabella is A3, Zero can be removed. But if you want survivability, better to put in Zero with Cobalt B and Ruby. But again, if you have an A0 Annabella, that would be a gas. So let me just show you what this comp can do with Shiro and no limited matrices. No limited matrices, guys. So let me just leave the party. So we are going to Lucia. So we can teleport back easily. Oh, I need to do my dream machines as well after this one. The only reason was running Huma over Zero at start cause instant ignite. For more damage, that would be okay if you have a high advancement Huma. But for survivability and the overall, Zero would be good. If you don't have Lin, okay, so If you want overall damage, then Ruby, Annabella, Cobalt B would be fun. But you need to utilize the cross burn because you are going to build burn. Now there are two types. Since you have A3 Cobalt B, you can utilize the Ionic Scorch of Cobalt, which is from this one. If you check in the advancements of the Bombardment branch skill, Iron Scorch targets that are already burned, dealing 40% of flame attack every 10 seconds, which is really good. But now I use Cobalt, Ruby, and alright. So since you are using that, let me just swap. So let's switch this to Anna. Alright. So if this will be the case, if your main DPS is Ruby, then put your DPS matrices on Ruby. Put this on Ruby. If your main DPS is Annabella, then put your DPS matrices on Annabella for the gas. It should be gas. Now, if it is A1 for the burn, then 24-hour stream, no, we cannot. Unfortunately, I cannot do that. I have things to do, Pator. Maybe when I do get a 1 week off from the holidays here, maybe we can do a 24 or 48-hour stream. We'll see. My body can't take that pressure yet. So going back. So this one, you can use any of the recommended matrices. Parabola is also okay once again. But at this point in time, if you are playing from
Surprise!
the beginning... Oh, yeah.
Got ya!
Can I do Anagas comp with this? Yes. Okay. So if your comp is A0 Ruby, A0 Annabella, and A3 Cobalt, I would be recommending Burn. But since you have A0 Annabella, either way can do. So let me just check. Well, hello there. Who said the hello there? Hello there, Deji. What's up, Big Boss? Si Big Boss pala yung nag-surprise. Nagulat ako. If you don't know who that is, that's Arataki Ito. So matrices here can be random for Annabella. But again, if your Annabella, it will be the gas. Annabella, okay. So how will we describe it? Because I do have A6 of both. But okay, so let's just show this. So Annabella has the Ruby matrices, right? Let's remove the Annabella matrices. So let's switch it out with right. So for Annabella, you can use Huma as well. Huma matrices. Huma is also okay. Of course, not necessarily 3-star. It's okay. Even Chubasa is good. I don't have Chubasa here, so we'll be just using another Shiro. Is Shiro available here? No, Shiro's on Cobalt. Okay, so this is the one that you can do. Yeah, for stacking the damage, burn is okay. Annabella's burn will be enhanced when you get her to A1. Because A1 is where you have the optical space where the burn tally will be triggered. So even though this one is not there, you already have cross burn from the bullets. So for me, if this is going to be your comp, if you're going to utilize Ruby Discharge, what you want to do is first go with Annabella with the burn bullets. Right? And when you get the discharge with Cobalt B, skill with Cobalt B, charge the Ruby Discharge, and then discharge with Ruby, then skill, and then charge again, and then switch back to Annabella, and then do a lot of these things, then go back to Cobalt B. But since I have A6 Cobalt, the skill is going to be more faster. Where are you going, Lucia? Why? So the problem of no, if it's gas means no, gas is different, DG. I'm going to show you how it is. Okay, so what you are going to take note here, right? So let me just zoom it in here. So you see the buffs, right? When you use Ruby skill, use Ruby skill, this buff, this one, ultimate heat will be there. You need to stack that up to up to 6, up to 8, which is this. When it's there, when this is granted, you then get these buffs, the shatter boost and ultimate heat. So that is what we are looking for the buffs. I'm going to die here. Can Lin A0 replace anyone in this comp? If you are using, yes, of course, for sure, it can replace your A3 Cobalt or A0 Annabella. Ako fourth A0 Ana. Okay. A0 Ana is okay. A0 Ana is okay. The difference with A0 and the A1 is meron ka pa rin kasi ng cross burn. Okay, so before we go back up. Okay, so we go back here. So when we press the skill of Annabella, you have this on the top of her head. You have the green and you have the orange bullets. Green is gas, orange is burn. So when you press it again, you will be having the ammunition. When you check it again over here, you have 4 ammunition, which is the Ember Mag passive and the Ember Mag uses. So this one means it's gas because it's green. So this one, when you fire at the target, it fires 1 bullet. It fires 1, so it's going to be gas. So how will you know if it's gas? If you have your effects turned on to at least 70%, you'll see that effect. That effect over there. So that's how you know it's gas. If you want the burn, it will then trigger 3 bullets. You still have this, but it will be throwing 3 different grenades and it's going to burn. Now the domain that you see that's being built, this circle right here with the triangles, that is from A1. Now, what that does is it slows enemies for 2.5 seconds. I'm being attacked. All right. Okay, so so here for Annabella, right? That gives this one. And burn tally will be triggered an additional 2 times. And when they are inside the domain, because green bullets do not have burn. They do not have burn. Orange bullets have burn. Even if you have Annabella matrices, the gas bullets do not have burn. Because, sabi dito, when you check the skill, the Ruthless Bomb is where it affects the cross burn. When you have A1, it's going to activate the additional space trigger burn. So every 6 seconds, because it's twice, in the 12 seconds, the burn will detonate twice. First 6 seconds and the second 6 seconds. That is why burn on the optical space is better. Ngayon, when we go back to the skill, Deceitful Bomb changes the effect of Cross Knife into a ranged gas attack that deals base damage. It is a base damage. So it is an explosion damage. And the good thing with gas, since it is not burn, is it reduces target's flame resistance by 10% for 10 seconds. And when you have A5 Annabella or A3, wait, where is it? Yeah, A5 Annabella, it now will be the gas will be ignoring 30% of target's flame resistance, diba? For burning, it will increase the damage dealt to targets by 30%. So that is why. So both are really good. Now, if you're going to ask who is going to be replaced, in my opinion, I have an A6 Ruby and A6 Cobalt and A1 Annabella. And I changed A1 Annabella for A6 Cobalt because I have 4-piece Ruby matrices. In terms of stats, I am able to catch that or able to convert the damage being done because of the fast rotation I'm doing with Lin, Ruby, and Annabella. Now, if you're going to have full mono, the only issue is here you don't have survivability. And if it is A0 Annabella, it is better to use gas. Because gas for A0, this advancement, these advancements, A5 and A6 will be the one that can enhance your damage for gas type. I think instead of going for Lin, I'll stick to monoflame. Get like yes, better now, because Lin has a rerun now, right? Better now to wait for Lan, because for in CN now, if you guys saw the video that is being posted, the flame monoflame is much stronger compared to, that's in CN, compared to Lin and two flame characters. Why? Because of Lan. Lan has a great kit for flame, and it is going to highly, what do you call this one? Highly enhance the damage of Annabella itself. Annabella. Cobalt B is now going to be benched for sure. Then Ruby is going to be Ruby will be the buffer. Annabella will be the main DPS. Then Lan will be the sub DPS. Now going back to your question, right? So my rotations earlier, because we are going for, okay. So for example, this one, we will be transferring the matrices of Ruby. So we'll be using the Huma matrices for Ruby is not that beneficial. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take the Samir pieces here and we'll put the Huma here. And then for Ruby matrices, what you're going to do, since Ruby will be your buffer, you can use any 3-star or any matrices with high stars. So that's going to be for me. But if you do have 4-piece Shiro that would be here, it would be great. But since you have this as well, then 4-piece King can be for this one, which is a little bit difficult, right? So if you have another 2-piece here, that can be changed. So for example, we'll put this, and then we'll put this, and then we'll be putting 4-piece Shiro into Ruby, which would be your initial buffer, right? Or either way, 4-piece Shiro can be on Cobalt. Another question. I've seen a lot of flame mains use Ruby areas. Yes. For Ruby aerials, why they are using that, I did actually give that advice to people who have low advancements for Ruby. Because on Ruby, right, when we talk about Ruby, without advancements, the emblazon or the ultimate heat stacks slow. So you will notice here, right? So when I stack the ultimate heat, right? So let me just zoom in the face. I'll zoom in the buffs right there. So you watch the counter for ultimate heat. So when I cast this one, you'll be seeing the ultimate heat going to 8 immediately. See this? It stacks to 8 immediately. On low advancement Ruby, that stacks very slow. Wait a minute, let me just gather them here. Okay, goodbye. Okay, so that's why aerial Ruby is going to be better. Why? Just let me show you. So when you go to because charging or doing attacks on normal, not in the air, so in the cactus you'll be able to see if you test it. So this is faster because you can animation cancel and it still attacks. See the last one, when you dodge and you can still be in the air, that deals a lot of damage. And if you will be comparing numbers manually, right? Oh, bye. Okay, when you compare the numbers manually for Ruby's weapon, go to skills, see the jump, the normal. So this is the numbers you get for aerial. This is the normals, right? So you will be seeing that it has a little bit of a lower number, but the times that it can deal damage is going to be faster. So you can attack 4 times in a row, but it does more damage. You can try it out in the cactus. because I did the trial on the cactus with the low advancement Ruby when Ruby was still A0. If it is low advancements, it's better to do aerial attacks. But make sure to utilize the aerial attacks. So you have the jump first, do the first combo, jump again, do another combo, dodge 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 again, do another combo. So you can do a lot of combos with that. But make sure to utilize your dodge, your timing. But this one is also okay. But if you want to stack ultimate heat, it's not going to get any faster unless you get advancements. That's going to be the only difference on that. Alright. So because of Cobalt now, going to Cobalt's weapon, because Cobalt is also a good weapon, although she stacks slowly. On A6, the last part of the barrage is going to be the main game changing for Cobalt because it reduces 1.5 seconds. It will be reducing 4 seconds every 1.5 seconds of a dodge attack. So when we go to Cobalt, right? So let's just discharge this one. So when you use the skill, so it's 57 seconds. I do a dodge attack, it drops to 51. After 1.5 seconds, I use a dodge attack again, it drops. So that is not just with Cobalt weapon. You can switch to Ruby, and then you can dodge attack, and now it's at 10. So you dodge attack again, and now it's in cooldown. So it's going to be fast. Alright. He's killing me. Goodbye again. Right. Cobalt is still good. Cobalt on A6 is also good. Because her damage is really insane. Especially on Origin of War. On Origin of War now, Cobalt is really useful because of the big mobs, and you can hit them all at once with the burn enhancement, with the buffs that you get. Cobalt is really good. I do use Cobalt instead of Annabella on Origin of War because of the potential of hitting more targets inside. Hitting more targets when you group them up, especially if you have a Lyra or a Ruby with you. And you group them up. Cobalt A6 is really nice, but of course it's still different. So if you have this setup of matrices right here, so this is what we're running now. We have Ruby with 4-piece Shiro, we have Cobalt with the 2-piece King, and then anything, and then Annabella with the gas. So let's show you how strong the gas is as well. But this time you will be what others do is they discharge cancel. They discharge cancel on Ruby and switch back to Annabella. Like Cobalt, because burn and Ionic burn takes individual. Yes. And for Cobalt B at the high advancements, Cobalt B skill or this one, especially Advancement 5, it refreshes the duration. Meaning, if you do this and you do Annabella burns and the Ruby burns, then you do this one, it refreshes it. It will be refreshing. Alright, so what we'll do here, since we are gas, the only thing that would be for me is going to be difficult if it's gas because it won't be utilizing any of your characters. But since it's A0, it's better to use it as gas. So if it's gas, you do this and then do this just to stack up the Ruby, and then go to Annabella and then get the gas. Just make sure you have dodges.
Surprise!
Oh man!
Got ya!
Surprise! Thank you for the surprise, Boss David. And make sure to stack your ultimate heat first before you swap to Annabella. Oh, I have a dream machine again here. stack your ultimate heat again here. Then discharge with Cobalt. And then skill with Cobalt. And then Annabella again. So what this does, right, for your rotations is that it makes it just easier for you to do rotations. And if Cobalt B and Ruby is down on their cooldowns for your rotations, then switch to Annabella for gas. And then once the cooldowns are back up, then swap again to Ruby, swap again to Cobalt. So that's the rotations. So if you are going to compare who is going to go first, if you don't have any of the limited matrices, either way is going to be good. But I would be recommending Cobalt B first, then Cobalt B skill since you have A3. Then go for another discharge on Ruby before you swap back to Annabella. And then make sure you have the ultimate heat stacked with you before you swap to Annabella, because that gives a 15% more damage. And how much is it? How much was it? The ultimate heat. It gives you additional damage. Where is that? Yes. It gives you flame attack by 10% and increased shatter by 15%. So that's the rotations that is going to happen. But before I was running this one, and then zero with 4-piece Shiro, Cobalt with Cobalt matrices, and then Ruby with Ruby matrices. So let me show you. So this is what I was doing before. So Cobalt with Cobalt matrices, Ruby with Ruby matrices, and Zero with Zero matrices. So this is going to be the first time that I'll be using 0 on 0. The Cobalt matrices here will be more fun because it gives additional dodge. Alright. Cobalt 4 sounds fun. Yes, especially on Annabella. On Annabella, you have Unli dashes because it restores dodges, right? So what you do here is you go for this one, then Ruby skill, and then Cobalt skill, dodge, discharge on 0, charge again, discharge on Ruby, skill, and then you get discharge once again for Cobalt B, or go for 0, get the shield, then go for Cobalt, then do this, dodge attack, spam. The good thing of this comp is that it does not deal a lot of damage, but survivability wise, you'll be having a blast on it. Oh, I'm lagging. Ouch! I'm lagging. Bloop. Wait, you can dash out of Ruby Discharge? Yes! Okay, so I just learned that trick when we were spamming VA6. So